All right, and so we're starting it up. Let's go ahead and get our chat room going. Boop boop. Bring all that down. Okay. So I'm gonna go grab myself a drink, get shit set up, and we'll be ready to roll. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna send this out to Twitter real quick. Okay, I think that should just about do it. Let's go ahead and put our headset back up. And we will move over to my window. Hey, there it is. Very, very nice. Let's see here. So, I would like to say hello, hello, hello to everyone that may be watching this stream after the fact, because it is late at night and I honestly do not expect anyone to really be popping in here. But you know what? It's late. I can't sleep. And I'm just gonna jam some games of Magic tonight in the late night ladder. So welcome, welcome, one and all, if you are here to enjoy this with me. So real quick, we're going to go over the deck we're going to be playing tonight, and then we're just going to go out there and jam some games, bro. All right, let's go ahead and hit record. Let's go and hop into game. Okay, let's see here. Actually, let me real quick make sure that my camera is adequate. Looks pretty good. Shadows aren't the best at the moment, but you know what? That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. All right. So let's go ahead and hop into here. This is Kaya of 3 is what I'm calling, because this is a deck that I'm going to be playing in best of 3 standard ladder. So standard ladder just reset, and it's time for me to hyper focus on a new deck for the season. Last month was Dimir Toxic. This month I'm going with Orzhov, not quite Reanimator, more like a Planeswalker control style of build. So we'll go through this real quick and you'll see what I'm talking about. So we start in the 1-drops with 3 copies of Cut Down. And then in the 2-drops, we are running 3 copies of Fateful Absence and 2 copies of Sheldred Edict. So you notice that the removal package is pretty unfocused, and the reason why is because I want to have um, decent game against everything without having to hyper focus on a single type of permanent to get rid of. So we got 3 copies of Cut Down to take care of like those pesky 1 and 2 drops. Then we have 3 Fateful Absence. Yes, it does give its controller a clue token, but it allows me to pinpoint destroy either a creature or a planeswalker for only 2 mana. So that's going in. Um, Alternatively, if you do not have the rare cards to craft Fateful Absence, you can run Ossification in this card's stead. Only problem with that is that it is sorcery speed and not instant. So I personally prefer Fateful Absence because it's instant speed, and they don't get their card back when they destroy Ossification. So that's why we're going with Fateful Absence. Aside from that, we have 2 copies of Sheldred's Edict, and this is in here because sometimes you need to be able to make your opponent sacrifice cards to get around pesky ward costs. So this card right here will either make them sacrifice a non-token creature, a token creature, or a planeswalker. And since this kind of fits the same bill as Fateful Absence, it gets a 2 of include. Now, you may notice that this deck does not run Go for the Throat. That reason being is because we're running Fateful Absence instead. I personally prefer it, so we're going to go with that one because it can hit literally anything. Moving on into our more proactive area, we have 4 copies of Wedding Announcement. Now, this card pulls double duty as either a way to get creatures onto the board and supply you with blockers, and also provides a little bit of card draw if you happen to be ahead on board. So, like, whenever you attack with at least 2 creatures, this card is going to draw you a card instead of creating a token creature at the end of turn. And then, of course, on the backside, it gives all your creatures +1/+1 once it flips. So, Wedding Announcement gets a 4 of in here. Liliana the Veil, we're running a 3 of Liliana because sometimes you need to be able to make your opponent discard cards and also make your opponent sacrifice creatures because sometimes pointed removal is not as good as sacrifice removal. So we're running 3 copies of Liliana. Then we have 2 copies of the Celestis because honestly, this card in here along with Liliana is going to help us with our Reanimator strategy, meaning that these are going to allow us to discard our high-cost Planeswalkers like the Eternal Wanderer and Kaya for profit. And we'll get to that in a moment. So, Celestis gets a 2 of include for ramp and the ability to discard cards. Then we have 3 copies of the Wandering Emperor. If you've been playing Standard in the last year and a half, you know what this card does. It's very, very good. It's solid removal and also allows us to go on to the aggressive with the 2/2 Vigilance Samurai tokens. So that gets a 3 of include. Board wipes, we have 2 copies of Sunfall, and we also have 2 copies of Farewell, and 2 copies of the Eternal Wanderer. So that's 6 total board wipes. Let's hope it's enough. So Sunfall exiles all creatures, and then you incubate X, where X is the number of creatures exiled this way. Pretty solid. Farewell, honestly, I tend to run Farewell not as a board wipe for creatures. Typically, it's a board wipe for toys, ditching your opponent's graveyards, getting rid of all their artifacts, all their enchantments. If your opponent is playing a toy-heavy strategy, you can't do better than Farewell. Really, really solid. So this gets a 2 of include. See here. And then the Wandering Emperor, of course, she does a board wipe built in on her character. It is the -4, so you can use the -4 immediately when you play this card. It says, for each player, choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all creatures they control not chosen this way. So like you could have say your Samurai token or like a token created by Kaya or anything like that, and that's the token that you choose, and then you choose like your opponent's like worst card and you just obliterate the rest. Is really, really solid. Plus her static effect of no more than 1 creature can attack the Eternal Wanderer each combat. I mean, that pairs so well with the -4 that it might as well be a board wipe on its own. So there's that. And then we move into the Invasion of Tolvada. This is the card that kind of makes this deck into like a quasi-reanimator deck. This is the only card that gets stuff back from the graveyard other than Takenuma. So let's read through this real quick. So for 3 colorless, a white and a black, you get a Siege with 5 counters on it. And it says, when Invasion of Tolvada enters the battlefield, return target non-battle permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Now, read that carefully. It says non-battle permanent card. What's a permanent card in this deck? Well, you have the Celestis, you have Liliana, you have Wedding Announcement, you have the Wandering Emperor, you have the Eternal Wanderer, Vraska, you have Kaya, or any of your lands that just happen to be in the graveyard at the time. Any non-battle permanent, this card gets back for you. Now, ideally, we want to be bringing back Kaya from our graveyard with it, or maybe the Wandering Emperor with this. But you can go a little bit lower and bring back Liliana, or the Wedding Announcement, or a Destroyed Celestis. Your options are wide open with the Invasion of Tolvada. And on the backside, it gets even better. So if you defeat this battle, you get an enchantment that says, Creature tokens you control get +1/+0 and lifelink. Guess what? Every creature in this deck is a generated token. So, Wandering Emperor, now you're making 3/2 Vigilance lifelink creatures. With the Eternal Wanderer, you're making 3/2 double strike lifelink creatures. Kaya's tokens get a +1 power boost and lifelink on top of it as well. It's like all of the creatures that you're generating, the wedding announcement creatures, all the creatures you're generating through just token generation. Again, there are no actual creatures in this deck. Just get boosted by the Broken Sky. It's pretty solid. Now, the second line in this deck says, at the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token with flying. That's pretty solid. At the end of every turn, or at the beginning of every end step, you're making a 2/1 flying lifelinking spirit. That on its own can be backbreaking. The fact that you're creating inevitability with the Broken Sky. Pretty solid. So, moving on. We already talked about Farewell. We talked about the Eternal Wanderer. The Eternal Wanderer actually does have another ability. It is her +1 ability. It says, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next player's end step. So if your opponent has like a pesky blocker or something, you can actually blink that out of the way so you can swing through with your tokens. Or you could exile target artifact or creature. Well, honestly, on our side, it's not that beneficial. The only target we have is the Celestis, because you're not going to target your own tokens with this because your tokens go bye-bye. They won't come back from a blink effect. But the 0, where it's make a 2/2, and the -4, where it's basically a board wipe, that's pretty much why the Wandering Emperor is in here. Next up, we have Vraska, Betrayal Sting, for 4, a black and a black, or pay 2 life because of the Phyrexian mana cost there. You have a 6 loyalty, Vraska, and her abilities are 0. You draw a card, lose a life, and proliferate. So proliferate means you are adding a token to everything that likes tokens. That means an additional token to like any battles you're defending, additional counters to all of your planeswalkers. You can speed up Wedding Announcement by a turn if you need to. It's like these all very valuable things. If your opponent has poison counters, add an additional poison counter to your opponent. Proliferate is very, very strong. Personally, one of my favorite mechanics. I love Proliferate. Next, we have a -2 ability, which is target creature becomes a treasure artifact with tap, sacrifice this artifact, add 1 mana of any color, and loses all other card types and abilities. So whatever like your biggest, most problematic creature is that you want to put in my way, I can just make it go away with her -2. Pretty good. And the -9, of course, is her ultimate ability, which is if target player has fewer than 9 poison counters, they get a number of poison counters equal to the difference. So basically what that reads is set your opponent's poison counters to 9 so that you can then proliferate and end the game. Okay, next up we have 2 copies of Breach the Multiverse. Again, if you've been playing in the last few months, you have probably seen Breach the Multiverse either cast against you or maybe like played in like a show match or something like that. But we'll read it here. It's 5 colorless and 2 black. It's a sorcery, and it says each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Then, each creature you control becomes a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. So, that means in a 1v1 match, you're going to cast this, and you're going to take the best thing out of your opponent's graveyard, be it a creature or a planeswalker, and then we're going to be taking the best thing out of our graveyard, which is always going to be a planeswalker, because we're only running planeswalkers in this deck. So, if you can see the like that little synergy here, let's take a look at it. So, early game, we see Liliana. Liliana makes both players discard a card with their +1. Oh no, I discarded Kaya. Or say the Celestis. Celestis, day turns to night or night turns to day. We get to use the ability to draw a card and discard a card. So we'll draw a card and we'll discard Kaya or the Eternal Wanderer or Vraska. And then on the very next turn, we'll cast something like Invasion of Tolvada and get that Planeswalker out of our graveyard that we just pitched for profit using Liliana or the Celestis. And then boom, you have a turn 5 Eternal Wanderer or a turn 5 Kaya Intangible Slayer. Or honestly, if we're rocking the Celestis early game, that could be as early as turn 4. Not too shabby. So that's kind of like the little combo that we have going on with this deck. It's not necessarily like a combo that the deck is trying to pull off, but it is there if the stars align. So next up, we have Kaya, the Intangible Slayer. For 3 colorless, 2 white, and 2 black, you have a 6 loyalty Planeswalker with hexproof. That alone is pretty solid. But let's look at her abilities. +2, each opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. You just do that over and over until your opponent's dead. Easy. Or pay 0, draw 2 cards, then each opponent may scry 1. I'll read that again. Draw 2 cards, then each opponent may scry 1. I think we're getting the better end of the deal there. And her -3 is probably one of her most fun abilities, and it is exile target creature or enchantment. If it wasn't an aura, create a token that's a copy of it, except it's a 1/1 white spirit creature with flying in addition to its other types. So, for example, let's say your opponent just dropped a Sheldred. Okay, well that's cool. Well, on my turn, I'll do -3. I will exile your Sheldred. I will get that Sheldred onto my side of the board as a token creature, but oh, what's this? The comes into play effect triggers, making you have to sacrifice another permanent. Oh no. That must feel really bad. Feels really good for me though. So that is like pretty much the bulk of the deck. It is basically you try to control the board as much as possible while dropping beefy ass planeswalkers to end the game with their tokens. The mana base is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's we're running 2 copies of Igancho, 4 plains, 4 swamps, 2 copies of Takanuma, 4 copies of Caves of Quelos, 4 Shattered Sanctum, 4 Rafine's Tower, and 2 copies of the Mirex. So the Mirex is in here very obviously against opposing control decks. Because like Mirex, when the board is controlled and everyone is too afraid to cast spells, the Mirex shines. Because at the end of turn, every turn, just pump out a might token and just overwhelm your opponent. Because they're not going to want to waste their precious spells from hand getting rid of your mites every turn. I mean, they may be forced to, but they're not going to like it. So, sideboard, let's look here. We have 1 copy of Cut Down to shore up the 3 that we have main board. Then we have 3 copies of Duress. We have an additional Fateful Absence, and 2 go for the Throat, just in case we need additional targeted removal. Then we have 3 copies of Knockout Blow. This is specifically here for Red Deck wins. As Red Deck wins, while it does not belong in best of 3, sometimes it still makes its way there. So we're running 3 copies of Knockout Blow. Then we're running 3 copies of Graveyard Trespasser to mess with any kind of opposing graveyard strategies. And we are running 2 copies of Hostile Negotiations for the control matchup. And the reason this is here is because it works really well at fooling your opponent. Because here, let's read this card real quick, because not a lot of people know what this card does. So for 3 and a black, instant speed. Remember that, instant speed. Exile the top 3 cards of your library in a face-down pile. Then exile the top 3 cards of your library in another face-down pile. So you've got 2 piles, 3 cards each. Look at the cards in each pile. Then turn a pile of your choice face up. An opponent chooses one of those piles. Put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. You lose 3 life. So what this does is it takes 6 cards off the top of your library. You divide them up into 2 piles of 3, and then you choose whichever one you think your opponent is going to not want you to have. So let's say, for example, you have the Invasion of Tolvada and like a couple other cards in one pile, and then you have like Kaya and like the Wandering Emperor and like maybe like Breach or Removal in the other pile. You're going to show the pile that has all the meat in it in hopes that they're going to make you want to throw that away and you get the invasion of Tolvada to your hand. So, since the card Hostile Negotiations puts the other pile into your graveyard, you can then use Invasion of Tolvada to reanimate anything they threw in the graveyard for you. It's such a win-win. It's not even funny. It is just pure unadulterated card advantage. So I'm putting 2 copies of those in the sideboard. The only reason they're not in the main board is because aggro is so prevalent right now. It is really, really hard to justify a card that pops you in the face for 3 in the main board. So these come in versus the control matchups. So that is it. That's the deck that we're going to be playing tonight. I call it Kaya of 3. And let's go ahead and hop in and play some games and see how we do. All right. So we're going to go into hop in with Kaya of 3. Go play. We're going to do find a match, ranked, best of 3, standard ranked. Choosing Kaya of 3. Let's go ahead and we're going to do a little bit of like actual game recording tonight because I would like to turn this into a video for other people to enjoy because not everyone's going to be hopping in here to hang out with me during a live. At least not yet while my subscriber count is pretty low. But that's not going to stop me from trying to play as many games as possible and do lives as much as possible. Okay, so we see an Iganjo, a Swamp, and a Takenuma. And that gives us the Wandering Emperor, Sunfall, we have Liliana, and Breach the Multiverse. Honestly, it's just a pile of removal, so we're gonna keep it. So let's have ourselves a good time. Let's start with a Swamp. Hit him with a low. Okay, so we're playing against some kind of blue-white control list over here. So let's go ahead and play another Swamp and make them think that we are running mono black. Okay, so they dropped a tapped land, so we're going to take advantage of the situation. We're going to play Iganjo, and we're going to play the Celestis. We're doing that then and there, because it kind of gets around counter spells. Okay, so we have a Jace. That's totally fine. We do need to get rid of that as quickly as we can. Okay, so we have a Shattered Sanctum. We'll go and play that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead. And do we wait for it or do we do it now? I think we do it now before they have a chance to counterspell whatever I might be playing. Karn Living Legacy, you say? Okay, that's interesting. Creates tap Power Stone tokens. Very interesting. Okay. All right, sweet. That's exactly what we needed. Okay, so let's go ahead and do -1 to make another token. And then we are going to... yeah, we're going to play Takenuma, unfortunately, but it's the only land we have. And then we're going to go ahead and Fateful Absence Mr. Jace right there. And after that, I think we're going to say go. Yeah, we'll attack for 0. There you go. And end the turn. Okay, they gain a life with the tapped land coming in. Okay, they're going to create a tapped Power Stone token. And Loran of the Third Path comes in. How interesting. Let's see. Let's go ahead and tap for any color. We'll add a blue just to scare him. Okay. All right, we will take our turn. And we're going to start. Okay, that non-artifact spell, and that's a clue. So neither of those are ways for them to counterspell my Liliana. So we'll just go -2, sacrifice a creature, and then we'll go +1 onto this one right here, and they will all attack right there. Okay, sacrifice that to draw a card. All right, the card goes down to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still need 2 more mana to cast our breaches. That's okay though. Aw, not Sunfall. That's mean. I'm just gonna make another tapped Power Stone token. Alright, let's go ahead and play the wedding announcement. And then we'll go -1. And then we'll go +1. And we'll discard Breach the Multiverse. Okay, drops the land. Okay, he transforms his guy. I get a token. Pay any amount of mana with that many cards on the top of your library. Then put one of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Okay, so he did get a card. I'm imagining he probably got a land off the top because he only paid 1 mana. Okay, he went and got ossification. How interesting. Alright. I'll block. No big deal. He plays the Restoration of Iganjo. How interesting. This is an awkward deck. Alright. Let's just get rid of that right now. Bye-bye. Let's see here. Submit 0 for that. And then we will +1. Each player discards a card. Okay. Sacrifice that to draw a card. I'm going to discard Sunfall because I kind of want to play Breach at some point. Okay. Yes, precisely. Okay, there's a cityscape leveler in there. So now we know what he's going for. What we're going to end up doing is bringing in the Graveyard Hate for game 2. Okay, let's see here. Okay, that's going to basically just kill my guy next turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to just exile that right now. We'll cast Wedding Announcement. Alright, we got 2 boys. Okay. Yeah, I kind of figured. No blocks. Ooh, that's rough. That's really rough. So we're at 5 mana with 2 7-cost cards in our hand. We're going to go to the next game before they understand what we're doing here. Okay, so now that we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to drop all 3 copies of Cut Down, bring in a Fateful Absence, and we're also going to bring in... Do we bring in the Justice? I don't know. Let's see here. I'd say I say we bring in the trespassers, kind of just to mess with them. We'll bring the Lilianas down to a single. And the Wanderer down to a 2. Let's see. And then we have 2 copies of Hostile Negotiation. That's probably going to do well against this person. So what we'll do is we'll drop Wedding Aspen down by 1. Let's see here. Actually, bring the Wedding Announcement back. Give me 2 negotiations. Do we have any space for duress? That's a good question. I tell you what, let's start with this and see how far it goes. If we happen to win this one, then we may make further changes. All right, I will play first. Okay, so we have 3 lands. That's a slow land, so that'll be coming down turn 3. So we have Invasion Dolvada, Wedding Announcement, Wandering Emperor, Sunfall. All right, let's keep it. See what we can do with it. All right, plays a Tranquil Cove. I'll play a second swamp. Okay. Ooh, okay, so we have Rafine's Tower and Shattered Sanctum. I think we're going to play Shattered Sanctum just so we can get the Wedding Announcement out right now. The Rafine's Tower may need to just be a tapped land next turn, though. All right, he plays a Restoration of the Gonjo. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we're going to just play this turn. And we will attack for 1. Getting another token. All right, discards a land. Good choice. Gets that land in. That is technically ramp. Static Net, huh? Okay, Static Net for the Power Stone token. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and play a Seed of Igonjo. And we will play... We'll play another Wedding Announcement. We'll attack with 1 creature, so we get more creatures. Okay. Let's see here. I would like to see if Sunfall will resolve. It does. How do you like that? Sure. You have yourself a Wanderer. Ooh, I wonder if he sees that Rafine's Tower there and thinks that I'm going to be countering spells or something. All right. Very interesting. Okay. A Farewell right about now would be really good. Yeah, no blocks. That works too. All right, let's go ahead and Fateful. That right there. And then, let's see here. What's in your graveyard? Just the Karn, huh? All right. He's out of there. Draw a card for our troubles. Very nice. And little tokens of 5/5 now. He's down to 3 cards, and I have 5 cards. So this is a little bit of a switcheroo from last game. I would very much like to see a farewell come up next turn, though. All right. We have another. It was a farewell next turn. Oh, that sucks. That sucks really hard. That's fine. All right, let's go here. We'll hit a plains, and let's see here. What's in the graveyard here? We have, it's all answers. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and hit next. Hit attack phase, targeting that. See what you do. Okay. All right, block and kill that. What's in your graveyard? Just a couple planeswalkers, huh? Let's see here. In that case, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I don't have quite enough, but we need more creatures on the board. So we're going to go ahead and play Graveyard Trespasser. Let's get rid of Karn. That seems to be an enabler for you. All right. Send Sparta's headquarters down the way. I imagine he's hoping to try and get that that 8/8 on board, which he has enough mana to do. Okay, he casts Sunfall. You know, also that works for me. Okay, cool. Let's see here. What's in my yard? Still nothing, unfortunately. Let's go ahead. Let's see. Gosh. I really want to hit that hostile negotiation. But I just don't have enough mana. Just gonna start pumping out 2/2s. Alright. Alright, cool. So let's go ahead and play the land. And we just gotta pass this turn. There's really nothing we can do right now. So no attacks, end turn. Alright, get another guy. Let's see what he does. Play mills 3 cards. Yep. Alright, he wants to play the Mightstone and Weakstone. So you gonna kill one of my creatures with it? No, he's gonna draw cards with it. He's trying to get to like whatever his combo is. I'm honestly expecting to see a Portal to Phyrexia come down. Okay, he casts the Leveler. Resolve all. Okay. I say pass. Alright, I'm gonna say hostile negotiations on your turn. All right, cool. It resolves. Let's say we are going to show them this in hopes that they make us throw it away. Perfect. All right. All right, cool. My turn. We'll play Caves. Play Invasion of Tolvada. I'm going to get Kaya back. -3. Exile that. And I'll get my own copy. Next. I'll attack there. And we'll play a Celestis as well. Sure. I'm honestly surprised to not see any what is it? Any counter spells out of them. Like they have not played a single counter spell. Yeah, that's fine. All right, that goes bye-bye. Plays Urza. Does he have enough to do it? He does. Impressive. All right, what you gonna do? He's gonna exile both my guys. All right, well, let's go and make them sacrifice the Planeswalker. And then we will Kaya. -3. Exile that. I'll get my own copy. I'm going to use that to destroy that. That's fine. You can draw a card. Your creature's still going bye-bye. And that's it. End the turn. This guy's a very interesting deck. I like it. Oh, okay. You want to blow up my mana? I mean, that's cool. Plays another Mightstone Weak Stone. Okay, so let's start with draw 2 cards. You can scry 1. Ah, perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and cast Breach. Let's see here. You're going to give me... You're going to give me your Cityscape Leveler. And from my graveyard, we're going to get a Liliana. Go and sacrifice. And we say end turn. All right, and they say no more, no thank you, sir. All right, so next game. So Duress is probably going to be useful. I see they're not running any counter spells, or at least they didn't draw any counter spells. So let's see here. What do we want to move around? I mean, the Sunfalls are still useful because they are still using creatures to win the game. Farewell is incredibly useful because of all the toys and shit that they're running. Is Duress really useful versus all the other things that we have against them right now? Yeah, I think... Also, I think that we just have like a really good game plan against them right now, so we're not going to change anything. All right. Best of luck, Tanalicious. Okay, that's a pretty awful hand, so let's go and mulligan that. All right, that's a little bit better. Keep 6, send 1 Farewell back. Done. All right. Land, Rafine's Tower. Plays another Spar's Headquarters. I will follow up with another Rafine's Tower. I used to wonder if I should just be running a couple pairs of Negate in the graveyard. Or in the sideboard, I mean. Alright. Thanks for ditching lands for me. Appreciate that. Alright, let's go ahead and play a Graveyard Trespasser. Submit 0. Alright, he's going to ossify. Ward, discard a card. Works for me. I like seeing them discard cards. He's going to do the +1. Alright, let's go ahead and play a Swamp. And Since they're tapped out, well, actually, no. We're just gonna fucking punch it in the face right now. There you go. Not the Gonjo. Anything but the Gonjo. All right, let's go and play the Shattered. So we're up to 5 mana now. So we can, at the end of their turn, drop a Wandering Emperor. And then on my next turn, follow up with a Farewell. Depending on what they play this turn. Might even play it like the other Wanderer, depending on what they do. Discard a card, probably a land. Yeah, get that land into play. Resolve. Resolve. They gain a life. Very nice. Okay, they play a Jace the Perfected Mind. Ooh, full cost this time. How you like that? And they're down to a single untapped mana, so they're not likely going to be able to deal with what I have. Pass. All right, my turn. Play the Wandering Emperor. Make a token. My turn. +1 said token. Play Caves of Koilos. Next, attack. And it is dead. And also, you know what? I'm curious. We're going to play it and see if we get to keep both. We do. How do you like that? All right. I like where this is going. Let's see what kind of board wipe they throw at me, though. So far, I have not really seen anything in the way of like just direct planeswalker removal, though. So let's see what kind of stuff they have for me. And from the looks of it, I believe they're just playing blue-white. I've not seen a single green card come out of them at all. I think it's just your basic blue-white control. Blue-white with no counterspells. That's the weirdest shit. I've not seen a single counterspell come out this entire game. Okay, it's like we have a Roper. He might have come to the realization that he's not going to come out on top here. Okay, he's spinning it. All right, timeout used again. He might have just left the game, actually, which I would not be too surprised by. This does unfortunately happen once your opponent realizes they're on the back foot. But if you were decent, you would just concede the game instead of wasting my time like this. Okay, all right, my turn. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do exile that, so I can just come in and beat your ass for a whole bunch right now. All right, he's out of there. Let's go ahead and give +1/+1 counter to that. All right, and we hit the attack button. All right, cast Invasion of Tolvada. Yep, that's pretty much it. I kind of expected. Oh wow, you get 4 pips for a win in gold. How you like that? That's pretty nice. I can't argue with that result. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. All right, let's go ahead and end that recording. So give me just a moment here. We got to do a little bit of housekeeping. Let's see. Grab those, and we're going to put these into a box, and that's the box they're going to go into, and we will deal with those later. All right. Let's go ahead and go into our next game and see how this does.
Alright, we're up against Nomi Sugitaro. I assume that's how you pronounce that. Okay, so we're looking at 4 lands. It's a Murex, 2 Rafine's Tower, and a Swamp. And nothing but endgame. So we're going to mulligan this away. Okay, so now we have 3 lands. An Invasion, Cut Down, Liliana, and Breach the Multiverse. So we're going to keep that, and we're going to send Breach back. Seems reasonable to me. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and drop the... Let's see, what are we playing against here? Playing against Jund, potentially. So we'll do Swamp first and Rafine's Tower second. Okay. They didn't play anything, so we'll go with Rafine's Tower. If they play anything this turn, it gets cut down. Anything played next turn will be Liliana. And we don't have anything for Liliana to do except hit him with the +1. Alright, start discarding cards, boys. Alright, he's going to discard Greater Tanuki to search for a basic land card. And I am going to discard a Plains. He discards a Farewell. So we got ourselves another Control Enjoyer. You do seem to find more control players in this format than in Best of One. Definitely. Okay, so we're up against a Domain player. How many lands you got over there? Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty good. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and drop the Iganjo onto the board. And we'll do another +1 discard. And we'll discard the Tolvada. What was that you discarded? Cemetery Desecrator, you say? Very interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just... Oh, we can't play the land. We already played a land for turn. So, we have to pass the turn. Alright, he is cycling another Greater Tanuki. He wants to really dig those lands out. Alright, pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plays the 7th. Oh, he plays a Cemetery Desecrator. Enters the battlefield or dies. Exile another card from your graveyard. When you do, choose one. Remove X counters from target permanent, where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Target creature an opponent controls gets minus... Okay, so he's going to kill my, my Liliana here. That's fine. That pairs really well with the Greater Tanuki, not gonna lie. Pass. Alright. Good thing I had that Takanuma still in my hand. Ooh, let's get that Liliana back. I've never actually seen Cemetery Desecrator used. Like ever, like cast or anything like that. First time for everything, I guess, right? Okay, he's gonna pop me for 2. Alright, we got a land. So let's go here, let's go Invasion of Tolvada. And we are going to get... Do we want Liliana or do we want the Wandering Emperor? We'll get the Wandering Emperor. Alright, another Desecrator. That's totally fine. You targeted my Planeswalker? Oh, he targeted his battle! That's even more interesting. Let's see, what do we have in here? Let's see here. Let's do... Make another boy. And then we'll do here. Go ahead and sacrifice a creature. Okay, sacrifice the Desecrator. Resolve. Totally fine. Next, no attacks. End turn. Pass. Alright. You attack there, then you kill one of my guys. It's all good. Pass. Pass. Bink. Alright, it's gone. Got anything else for me? Ah, goddamn, it's fucking Atraxa. It's always Atraxa. Resolve. At least this is a more interesting version of the 5-color deck. All the other ones run the exact same pile of cards. This is one that at least is doing something quasi different. Let's see what's in the graveyard. Nothing that is going to pull me out of this. So we're going to concede because they got their Atraxa, and when they get the Atraxa, the game is over unless I can remove it. So let's see here. Get another Faithful Absence. Drop all 3 cut downs because that was useless. Let's see here. Give me... He's not really doing Reanimator. He's mostly just doing kill. So let's go for... We'll go for the Throats. Man, that Cemetery Desecrator really fucked me up. Okay. Let's see. We'll go with those. That's good removal. Let's go with... Do we want the Duress? The Duress might be useful. Let's see. We want to keep the Sunfall, and we want to keep the Farewell. Is there anything else here that we might want to get rid of? Not that I can really see, honestly. Tell you what, give me the 2 Hostile Negotiations. We'll bring this down to a 3, and this down to a 2. Actually, bring that up to a 3, bring that down to a 2. So that seems to be a little bit less useful against me. And I will most definitely be going first. Because I unfortunately have to race this cunt. Alright, mulligan that. That's even worse. So I have to mulligan that too. Mulligan again. Alright. So I have to throw 2 cards back. So it's going to be that and that. Keep 5. Send that back. Send that back. Done. Rafine's Tower. Go. Alright. Rerex. Next. End turn. Alright, pass. My turn. Oh, good. Land. Alright, let's play Wedding Announcement. Alright, it's not a land, but that's okay. Let's see here. Let's see what they do when I attack. Nothing. Okay, that's fine. We're going to actually hang on to the Liliana for now, because they have too many cards for this to be effective. Resolve all. pass. Alright, my turn. Ugh, still no land. That sucks. Alright. Attack for 1. So we get the card draw. Oh wait, I'm dumb. Other way around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got a fucking full grip of cards over there. There's his 5th land for turn. Alright, he plays Invasion of Tarkir. He's gonna stab one of my guys for 2. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, interesting. Okay, go for it. Alright, comes in, and I make it go bye-bye. Respond to sacrifice a non-token creature. And that's not a token. Still no land. What the hell is going on here? Alright, end turn. We're running 26 land, too. It really should not be an issue. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Do your thing. It takes 5 counters off of that. Alright, at least there's a land. Play it. Next. Attack. Bink, bink. You still have too many cards in hand for me to cast Liliana and make you start discounting cards. It's going to hurt me more than it hurts you. Okay, cast Render Inert. Resolve. Let's see. Destroy a target permanent that opponent controls. Okay, so you want to destroy my land. Alright, so each of those comes with land in it. I'm going to show you this pile. I was hoping one of the piles would have 2 lands in it. He's taking advantage of the fact that I have no fucking lands on me right now. Okay, so he gave me the Invasion, the Water Ember, and the Plains. Perfect. Say, what now? Did Awaken the Maelstrom allow him to make 2 copies of it? You put an artifact card from your hand onto the battlefield, create a token that's a copy of a permanent control. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Alright, let's go here. Let's see. We have exactly 3 mana. 4 mana. Not enough to do anything with. Alright, well, we're going to start going here. Liliana. Sacrifice a creature. Yeah, no attacks. It's completely pointless for me to attack at this point. Especially with me being stuck on 4 mana. Yeah. Do you have another Render Inert for me? Yeah, you do. Of course you do. Render Inert is pretty good with battles, not gonna lie. Oh, wow. And he gets to destroy one of my lands. That's just not fair, man. That's like 1,000,000% just not fair. You know what? I'm actually just going to concede this game right now because this is just an absolute fucking dumpster fire. You know, we are not pulling out of that. Not with only 3 land and them destroying our lands every turn. It's just not going to happen. So let's give us a moment here. All right, let's go and hop back in. Let's go to the next match. All right. All right, Mr. Act. Let's see what you got for him. Okay, so we got Plains, and Shadow Sanctum. So it's doable. It's not the best, but it's doable. It's much better than mulliganing down to 5. Let's go Shadow Sanctum first, just in case we need that cut down on 2. Alright. Plains. You're up. Alright, Shadow Sanctum again. Let's go with the wedding announcement. Got a counterspell for it? Nice. Thank you. Alright. So, Plains. Let's see here. Let's go with a Liliana. See if you counter that. It does not, so we're going to start discarding cards. Do we discard Tovana or discard Multiverse? We'll discard... Actually, we're going to discard Cut Down. Okay, so it's another Atraxa deck. How do you like that? Ooh. Okay. We'll play the Caves of Koilos. I don't have anything in my graveyard, do I? I have that, but I don't really want to bring that back. Let's see. We're going to go with each player discards a card again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will discard my Breach, actually. So I can't guarantee I'll get to 7 reliably. End turn. Yeah, coming in, champ. By all means. Okay. Does it land? It did. Holy shit. Alright. Get rid of that token. Memory Deluge, huh? Okay. At least this deck's a little bit more interesting. Alright, next dude. You can attack me with one of them. Come on in. I love that she just, like, blanks counters. Or token creatures, I mean. Let's see, what's in the yard here? Alright, you dissipate it. At least this guy's playing counter spells. Alright, come on in. to draw some cards over here. I'm a little dry. Alright, off you go. I don't have anything else to do either. Yeah, memory deluge, sure. Draw some cards. Herd migration. Alright. We have another samurai. Here's where Traxa comes down. Except that it didn't. Later. We'll hold the Igonjo. Just in case we need it later down the line. Right now we are just kind of just sitting. There's not a whole lot going on right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Cast memory deluge from the graveyard. Sure. Got a whole lot of card draw over there. I can't really do anything about it. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go ahead. Gosh, what can I even do at this point? There's really nothing I can do. Like, making him discard cards at this point is really kind of pointless. Joint exploration. How interesting. I was not expecting that. Most people just play the herd migration. Alright, you got a dude. Oh. Wandering Emperor, huh? Okay. Alright. You got a boy. Yeah, I can still use Igonjo to knock that out when they try to attack. Colossal Sky Turtle. Alright, now we're talking. Pass. Now this is an interesting deck. I'm not even mad about it at this point. Off you go. Alright, go ahead and play a Traxa. Oh, he does not want to tap out for it. So I'll play a Celestis. We'll do a +1. Each player discards a card. I'll discard Wandering Emperor. Alright, end turn. Alright, cast Memory Deluge again. So much card advantage over there. 34 versus my 41. He's drawn like 6 more cards than me so far. Uh-huh. +1. Yeah, coming at you. For some reason, he's choosing not to cast that card. I wonder why. Yeah, take action. Draw a card, discard that one. Yeah, take action again. Draw a card, discard. There we go. Alright, so we're honestly just waiting for him to cast Atraxa. Okay, cast negate. Yeah, not much else to do. I think what he's trying to do is just beat me down with what he has and just ride it. Because he knows that I know he has Atraxa in his hand. So, for the time being, we're going to cast Farewell. Exile all creatures, enchantments, and graveyards. Yep, that's what I was looking for. So now we'll make him think that we don't have anything else in our hand. So he can cast Atraxa next turn and watch it get Sunfalled away. At least that's the plan. Provided he doesn't have any way to make me discard a card. Oh, that's just fucking stupid. That's big dummy. Yeah, okay. I'm out. Yeah. Fuck that. You're just gonna fucking just sit there on a bunch of counter spells, man. No, thank you. Alright, Duress is coming in. Let's see here. What else is gonna come in? Another Fateful Absence is coming in. The Cutdowns are leaving. Cutdowns are not proving themselves useful tonight at all. Alright, drop one wedding announcement. Let's see. Graveyard Trespasser. Yeah, the Graveyard Trespassers have to come in as well. We'll bring those in set up one of those, and one of those. Done. Alright. Let's see how this does. Yeah, I'll play first. Okay, so we're looking at 2 lands, potentially 3 if we draw a third. And it has a Fateful Absence and a Duress and a Wedding Announcement. I think we'll keep it. It's a risky keep, but I think it's worth it. So let's find out. Okay, cool. We did draw another land. So we're going to go for the second land with a Duress backup. So here, we got Memory Deluge, Dissipate, Wandering Emperor, and Joint Exploration. We're going to get rid of the Dissipate. See, honestly, this deck does not even play like a typical 5-color domain deck. It's like this is very much like a 5-color control deck, which honestly I'm kind of into. Alright, just going to cast Joint Exploration. Scry 2, then draw a card. If the spell is kicked, they may put a land onto the battlefield. It's honestly surprising that they play it main phase. But hey, you do you, boo. Let's see here. Do we want to put Vraska on the table right now? What do they have potential for us? Not a whole lot, honestly. So let's start with Vraska. Proliferate, draw a card. Alright, they have Leyline Binding. That's fine. That is totally fine. Token up, boys. Bink, bink. Making babies. Alright. No blocks. Yeah, we'll take action. Draw a card. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Let's go ahead and discard the Wandering Emperor. Ooh, draw a card. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Sacrifice a Planeswalker. Okay, so I'm going to cast Memory Deluge to hopefully get a answer for that. Okay. Draws 2 cards. And the answer did not come, unfortunately. So, we will say next. We will not attack, so we can make more babies. And also keep up enough mana to put a Mirrex token out next turn. Alright, it's going to do Joint Exploration. Alright. Babies are here. He has 3 unknown cards in his hand right now. No blocks. Pass. Alright, and a turn. Let's go ahead and activate. Take action. Draw a card, discard the Celestis. And then go next. No attacks, and turn. Alright. Now we have ourselves a team. Yeah, take action. Draw the card, discard the card. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has exactly 7, which is enough to get the Hullbreaker into play, but not enough to protect it. He's going to cast Herd Migration. Okay. Oh, he's going to hard cast it. Okay, very interesting. Alright, my turn. Let's see here. So he's tapped out. So we're going to cast the Eternal Wanderer. We go -4. Let's see, choose a creature and choose a creature. I will choose this creature, and you will choose that creature. And we'll eliminate all the rest. No attacks. End turn. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Endless Detour, huh? Top or bottom? We're gonna put that on the bottom. Alright, that'll take care of the Endless Wanderer. That's fine though. Ooh, interesting choice. Let's see here. Let's go with Graveyard Trespasser. Alright, Trespasser comes in and gets rid of your Memory Deluge. Oh, and also, get rid of your Wanderer as well. And then we'll say next, end turn. Didn't realize it was nighttime. I actually played to our favor. Leyline Binding, huh? Okay. You target that and discard a card. Resolve. Okay, the discard an island. Pass. Pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's read that card. Can't be countered whenever you cast a spell. Choose up to 1. Okay. Let's see. My turn. Alright, land. All enchantments, graveyards, and creatures. Ooh, they don't like that. Alright, take 2. Go discard a card. Ooh, he really likes that last card he has in his hand. Alright, end turn. Wandering Emperor, you say? Target creature or enchantment, you say? Does it resolve? This guy's giving me some trouble. Oh, now you're just a fucking dickhead, bro. Now you're just a dickhead. Okay. You're a dick. Yep. 3 to that, 2 to me. Hey, little buddy. How you doing? Alright, gain a life, draw a card. Hopefully it's useful. Yes, draw a card. And both of those are hot garbage. Amazing. Yep, go ahead and draw your card. Alright, I'm out. Bye-bye. Next game, please. Thank you. So, lessons learned so far is not having access to counter spells kind of sucks balls. But, you know, it is what it is, you know? Alright. Let's go ahead and try again. Alright. That was a very interesting deck. I'm honestly, like, all things considered, I'm not even really that mad about losing that one. Mostly just because, like, we saw what the deck was, and, like, you expected it to just be, like, a basic, straightforward ramp to Atraxa and win deck, but no, it wasn't. It was actually, like, a control deck, which I was very, very surprised to see. You don't see 5-color control decks anymore, because they don't exist. But every now and then you come across like that one rando that happens to be playing something crazy. And that just happened to be the case. Evolved Sleeper, huh? Alright, let's play the Rafines. Attack for 2, play the swamp. Ooh, we didn't play the swamp. That's not good for him. End turn. Pass. Pass. Nothing? Okay. Kill it. Alright, looks good to me. Let's go and play a swamp, and we'll play a wedding announcement. We'll be proactive for a change. Yeah, cut down will do it. Still stuck on one land. That's not good for anyone. Not at all. End turn. I should have played the Mirex, not the stupid Sanctum. That's all good. Alright. Alright, now we play the Mirex. We attack for 1. End turn. Get another guy. Flips over to +1/+1. So we have a total board presence of 4. Soon to be 6 with the Mirex. This would be about the time where I would just concede the game. You're missing 4 land drops consecutively. I mean, keeping 2 lands is risky enough. But keeping a 1-land hand is just silly. Alright, you're at 5. Play a Celestis. End turn. Yep, that's about right. Okay, so judging from what I saw in the graveyard, this is your typical mono black list. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep, I think we're going to keep the removal the way it is. It looks solid to me. What we're going to do, gosh, honestly, like, what do we bring in against this? I imagine we probably bring in Duress. So yeah, give me, how many copies of Duress though? So like, honestly, like, their removal is not going to be like good against us. What we'll do is we'll bring in 3 Graveyard Trespassers in exchange for a Liliana, a Big Wanderer, and 1 Farewell. I think that should do. Let's trim the numbers a little bit that direction. And cards that we're not really going to be playing a whole lot of. Alright. So our opponent is choosing to go first and getting their mulligans out of the way. Then we get to do ours. Okay, so we have 3 lands. We have all of our mana covered. We have a Celestis to ramp up into Vraska. We have Wedding Announcement, Faithful Absence. It looks good. We'll keep it. Alright, Duress. What you gonna take? Probably the Vraska. That's what I would take at least. Ooh, you want to see the Wedding Announcement? He takes the Fateful. How interesting. Alright, we'll go and play the Rafine's Tower first. Alright, plays Takanuma into a Tenacious Underdog. I'm glad I brought in those Graveyard Trespassers. Let's see, Caves of Koilos. We don't really have anything that we're casting this turn, so we're going to go ahead and play the Shattered Sanctum. We got Dick all to play. Alright, Evolve Sleeper. He's going to evolve it right now. Ow. Alright, my turn. We're going to go Caves of Koilos into the Celestis, so they can play the Vraska next turn. Next. End turn. We're going to keep that mana up for cut down, in case they try to evolve their Sleeper even further. Ooh, Chalet. Chalet. Alright, pass. Alright, let's go ahead and cut down the Evolved Sleeper right now. We'll take the 3 points. That's fine. Draw. Okay. Yeah, we'll lose 2 life. We'll play the Takanuma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be Vraska. Get rid of that Shelly. And so it's still going to give us the ability to cast Invasion of Tolvada next turn when they inevitably kill Vraska this next turn. At least I'm assuming, because that's the line of action I would take. Unless they want to animate Mishra's Foundry, send that at Vraska, and then attack me with a Tenacious Underdog. Or, alternatively, they do have 5 mana now thanks to that treasure token. Oh no, they're just going to animate. That's what I thought. Okay. Ow. I will take action. Draw a card. Ooh, I kind of like that though. We'll ditch the Graveyard Trespasser. Alright, play the Rafine's Tower. And then we will cast Invasion of Tolvada. That comes in. We're going to get our Vraska back. Vraska goes -2 to eliminate that. Alright, now you have all the mana you could ever wish for. Okay, sacrifice a token, make a black mana, play a Sheldred. Okay. Alright, my turn. We will draw. Okay. We take the 2. That's fine. Resolve. Go -2. You illuminate that. Okay. We go land. We go Wedding Announcement, giving us enough mana left over to use the Wandering Emperor when they inevitably decide to attack us. Alright. Then we have a Little human token. Very nice, very nice. You have 6 mana to make do with what you will. If they happen to do have corrupt, they would be able to corrupt for exactly 2. Sure. Alright, that's gone. Animate the Mishra's Foundry, I assume? Okay. Ooh. Interesting choice. Oh, they want to play Liliana. Okay, resolve. And what are you going to do? Discard a card? Alright, I will play that card. So that I happen to get a bit of a benefit. Alright, -1, make a boy. Alright, now you discard a card. Discard the cut down. You can play another cut down. Alright, cool. Yeah, take action. Draw a card. Discard card. Draw a card. Graveyard Trespasser. Play Graveyard Trespasser. Eliminate your Tenacious Underdog. Removed from the equation. +1, proliferate. And then we will do -1 to make another boy. And yeah, fast turn. End turn. Got nothing else going on. But now we have board presence, and that's important. So what we can do next turn is if they don't deal with this, yeah, sacrifice that. If they don't deal with this, I can give that +1/+1 on first strike, make it kill that, and that's going to give this +1 and lifelink for normal attacking. Take action. Draw a card. Discard that card. Draw a card. Alright, it's a swamp. Play swamp. Now we will proliferate to draw a card. And it's a cut down. Okay. We're gonna go submit 2. We're gonna go first strike right here. We're going to go next. This is going to attack here, and then this is going to attack here. Go for it. Remove and remove. Actually, remove both of your Sheldreds, actually. Alright, Mishra's Foundry comes in. Resolve all. Okay, I will cut that down. So that I can still get through without you blocking. Alright, that goes away and comes back to my side as the Broken Sky. Now that is going to be a 4, attacking for 4 with lifelink. Boom. Now we go end turn. Broken Sky creates a 3/2 flying lifelinking boy. Yeah, we'll draw a card and discard a card. See, this is what it's supposed to look like. Alright, pass. Yeah, and that is game, unfortunately for you. Very good, very good. Cool. Alright. I think that's going to be all the footage that we're going to need for this video. Okay. Let's see here. Let's go over to here. Alright, and now we can just kind of play the rest of our night. I feel like this deck needs some more draw in it, because like each of the draw that it has, it like only draws cards one at a time. It's like Wedding Acid draws one at a time, Celestis draws one at a time, and then you have Vraska draws one at a time. It's like I'm finding myself in situations where I just do not have enough card draw, and it's specifically against like blue decks, because blue just outdraws you no matter what. It's like that there's no way that you're going to outdraw a blue player. So unfortunately, it's kind of like what we're sitting at, though. It's like there are things like Tokasia's Welcome that we could utilize, but again, like that's only really good when you're like on the offensive, not so much when you're like you're battling for board. I don't know. I think we'll do some more games and see where this deck kind of takes us. Alright. Let's do one more game. Ugh. I will definitely play first. Alright, we're looking at 4 lands. Kaya, Sheldred, Wedding Announcement. Keep it. Greet him with a hearty hello. Swap. And we'll do Caves. Next, and turn. I like to play my basics first to give off as little information in the early game as possible. Oh, shoot. I guess we'll play the Ganjo so that we can play Wedding Announcement. I really like Wedding Announcement. It's probably one of my favorite enchantments. Alright, Leyline Binding. Gonna get rid of my Wedding Announcement. That's totally fine. Let's go with the tapped land so that we can utilize it next turn if we need to. We're playing against a lot of these domain decks lately. I wonder why. Tablet, huh? Okay. Ooh, I like that. Alright, let's go and play that. And let me just stack. Don't really have much else that we're going to be casting this turn because I have nothing in the graveyard. I have to put an oil counter on the tablet. Invasion of Zendikar. Alright. And go get your lands. Makes me wonder if ramp would be like a better strategy than reanimation, because it's very proactive. Like you can just do the thing without having to wait for your opponent to react to your shit. Oh, that's pretty good though. Well, keep on swinging, I guess. There's not much else we can do right now. Especially with them refusing to cast spells. Well, they're not refusing to cast spells. That's not right. It's just me not having enough land. Oof, that's awful. Alright, my turn. There's no fucking land. God damn it. Concede. Next game. Alright, so we're playing Domain. And they don't know what we're playing now. So let's see here. We'll go with 2 Hostile Negotiation, drop the cut downs. Let's see here. We'll bring in Duress as well. We'll ditch. What do we ditch? We'll keep the Farewell, ditch the Sunfall, and 1 Invasion. Actually, no, keep the Invasion, ditch 1 Wandering Emperor. Okay. It's the benefit of playing something off meta. Your opponent doesn't know what to board against you. I will play first, of course. Alright, so we got 2 lands. Announcement, that's 4 cost, 6 cost, 1 cost, 3 cost. Let's see if we can play the game. Alright, Disdainful Stroke, Ossification, and Sunfall, huh? That could cause us some issues with the Ossification. The Sunfall is not really a big issue. The Disdainful Stroke is a bigger issue, though. So let's get rid of the Disdainful Stroke. The Farewell can handle anything they gobble up with Ossification. Alright, there we go. Got another land. Alright, play Shattered. Play Wedding Announcement. They binding up the Wedding Announcement. As I expected. Alright, let's go play Plains. We'll play Liliana. +1, discard a card. I discard Kaya. Alright, attack for 1. They don't have the double green to cast the Topiary Stomper, but they do have the Ossification to take care of Liliana, though. Alright, so I just need to draw 1 more land to cast Farewell. Alright. So all they have left in hand is Topiary Stomper and Atraxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can cast Atraxa next turn. So even if we draw the land for Farewell this next turn, we're going to have to wait. Alright. We'll cast Wandering Emperor right now. Make a dude. Alright, there's the land. Play it. +1. Right there. I'll attack. So we were waiting for them to cast Atraxa. Okay, cool. They've cast it right now. Now, what cards are they going to take to their hand is the question. Honestly, like, a better question is, why am I playing against so many domain decks tonight? It's like, every deck I've played against so far, like almost every deck, like 4 out of 5 decks I've played against have been domain decks. Alright, exile all creatures, enchantments, and graveyards. View the battlefield. Yeah, I don't have any enchantments on the table. Do you have any artifacts? You do not, so done. Alright, let's go ahead and play that. Let's go ahead and make a dude. And we'll make you discard a card. Alright. However, this is the part where they get to kind of like take over the game because they have cards to make swarms of creatures, which is not great for me. Okay, they have another Leyline Binding. And now they're going to cast Herd Migration for a shit ton. They're going to make 5 3/3s with that. See, called it. Alright, what's in my graveyard over here? Just a Farewell. That is it. See, that's just not good. Okay, they took it. Let's see here. Yeah, that's just fucking sitting there at this point. There's nothing I can do with that. See, now they can just attack in with like all their guys, and then just refill the board using Invasion of New Phyrexia. Or they could do that. That is a thing they can do as well. And I am still stuck with no way to deal with this, which is really agitating. Okay, I'll block with 3, huh? Alright. Done. Yeah, there's 8 fucking guys over there. Yeah, and they're all coming at me. So, alright, let's see here. So this one block this one. 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 And that's still 4 more coming to my face. So you win, good sir. There's really nothing I can do about that. Very unfortunate. Okay. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to best of 1. And we are going to just win some games. So best of 1, ranked, standard ranked, and we're going to do it with budget mono red. Let's see how this deck can do. This is a deck that I decided to make budget for content this coming week. So let's see if it does any good. Alright, 2 lands. Kumano, play with fire, bloodthirsty. Okay, yeah, looks decent. Play Kumano on 1, bloodthirsty on 2. Alright, we got double forest. So is this a mono green deck? It looks like one. So we got the Mishra's Foundry, so we can cast the Reckless Stormseeker on next turn. Okay, plays the Iconoclast. Alright, attack for 7. Pretty good turn. Alright, let's go ahead and play that. And then we will play... We'll play a Reckless. Targeting itself, swing in for a bunch. So let's see what they come at me with, because if they don't come at me with exactly 13 damage, then I win next turn. Alright, Kami's Flare. Phoenix Chick. Alright, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage possible. 9, 10, 11 if they have a giant growth, which they do not. They are coming in just shy. Alright, let's go Mountain. Let's go All Attack. All Attack. Let's see here. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4 total. Yeah, I got it. Alright. There you go. Game over. Got the Exacxies. did have fun that game because I won. Now, had I lost, then I would not have had fun that game. Alright, let's do one more. If we win this one, we get to move into the next bracket. Alright, we got 3 mountains, a Shivan Devastator, a Feldon, a Lightning Strike, and a Furnace Punisher. Alright, we're up against an Island Enjoyer. Okay, it's playing blue-green, so this is going to be the Simic Toxic deck. Let's go with Feldon. Oh, well, I'll be goddamned. Okay. Mountain again. We'll play the Furnace Punisher. Alright, so they're playing a lot of basics over there, so unfortunately the Furnace Punisher is not going to be paying dividends this game. That's okay, it's still a 3-3 with Menace. Invasion of Ikoria, how interesting. So they're going to dig out their, that guy. Okay, so we'll go Mountain, and we'll go Kill it. Resolve. Nah, bitch. I said kill it. Then we attack for 3. End turn. And now that you don't have your Ikoria and you don't have your guy on the table, you pretty much lose the game. Let's see here. Next. Because this needs 5 mana in order to kick it, so we have to wait. Bink. Enter. Serum Snare. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand if that permanent had mana value 3 or less. Proliferate. Okay. So he's going to bounce his battle back to hand, proliferate, and then he's going to try to get his guy out again next turn. Okay. He's going to do the thing again. Resolve. Alright, you got your boy. Pass. Lightning Strike. Resolve. March of Your Life. We will Lightning Strike it again. Get the fuck off my table. Alright, my turn. Let's see here. Let's go in with Invasion of Regatha. Pop you in the face. Submit 0 for the extra damage. We'll attack you for 3. End turn. Alright, down to 1 card in hand. What you gonna do? Can you do anything? Serum Snare. He's gonna try to do it again. You know what? I'm okay with it. Yeah, go for it. Go get your boy. I'm just gonna run around it next turn. Okay, so let's see here. We have... Ooh, that's a question, actually. That is a legit question. Because I can do 6 this turn, not 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to pay for 3. Put it on the table. Then next is we're going to attack. Ooh, actually, hang on. Yeah. We'll both attack that to get another good boy on the table. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, we got Ivy. Do we have a spell to target with? You do. Alright, that's game. Good game, cheater boy. Alright, well, we're going to keep on playing until we get out of gold. So we're not ending tonight in gold. It's just not going to happen. Patajaga, huh? Interesting. Interesting choice for a name. Alright, we got 2 lands. Kumano, Phoenix, Feldon, Lightning Strike, Reckless. Looks good. Let's keep it. We will start with Mountain into Phoenix check. I'll attack. Blood Tithe Harvester. Alright. Alright, let's go Mishra's Foundry. That's going to give us a Lightning Strike right there. And an attack for 1 right there. Alright, I really need another mountain so I can do 2 things next turn. Alright, pops down the Celestis. And he casts Duress, which is going to get rid of the Kumano or the Invasion. He takes the Invasion instead. Let's go ahead and take that. We'll take the Furnace Pummeler. Attack for 1. And that's actually going to start dealing damage to him. Because he does not have more than 1 basic land. Ooh, Brotherhood's End. Alright. Okay, he's going to discard that. Get something better, hopefully. Alright, there is our mountain. So we're going to go Kumano into Feldon. Attack for 2. Alright, he plays Atsushi. Alright, we play Reckless. Give him the bonus. Attack. He chose cards instead of treasure. How interesting. I would have gone with the treasure personally. But maybe he's looking for combo pieces. Alright, resolve that. Let's see. Is there a sorcerer card? Do we have any instance? We have the Lightning Strike. So let's go Mountain. We'll go Bloodthirsty. We will pay the cost. It's going to get Lightning Strike out of the graveyard. That's fine. You can kill it. It's still going to cast the card. Take it and strike it. Alright, I'm just going to cut down that. Do you have anything for the last card? Is this coming in? Draw and discard. Discard and draw. He gets rid of the Volcanic Spite. So that tells me he has at least one more removal spell in his hand. So otherwise, he would not have gotten rid of. Oh, he's got Chandra. That's really bad. Alright. What you gonna do? Deal 2, huh? Alright, that puts it down to a 3. Alright. Get that out of there. Now, let's see here. Animate. Attack for 2. Good old man lands. Alright, he's going to draw a card, discard a card. Right, drops a land. And drops another land. Let's see, let's go here. Monastery Swift Spear. Mishras. Next. All attack. Alright, he goes to 5. Alright, he is really digging here. He's trying to get to something. He gains life in the process and discards a mountain. Plays Blood Tithe Harvester. Alright, my turn. We go mountain. We go animate. And then we go animate. And we swing in. Cancel. Go to attacks. Attacks. Thank you. We come in hard. Right, he blocks the factory. Takes 3. He's at 3 health now. Okay, he's going to toss his last blood token. Discard that last card in his hand to draw another card. Draw a card, discard a card with the Celestis. It's a mountain. He has potentially 2 very dangerous cards in his hand, so we'll find out what they are. Right, plays another land. That means he has 1 more card in his hand. And it is Gix's command. So he chooses to get rid of something from me, and he needs to get 2 creature cards from his graveyard. Which he can't exactly play right now. He can play the Blood Tithe. Alright, resolve. He gets another life, and draws another card, and discards another card. That Celestis is really keeping him in the game at this point. And I think he may have just won. Because I can't keep the pressure up anymore. And he's gaining 1 life every turn. And now he's about to play Atsushi. Plus whatever that last card in his hand is. And plays Atsushi. Resolve. Pass. And my turn. Alright, play Kamado, make him take 1 damage. Next, end turn. So now we just pretty much are playing the waiting game and seeing how he decides to attack us. And hopefully we don't draw any more land for the rest of the game. Because if we keep drawing land, then that's just game over for us. Alright, that's game. Good job, buddy. You did good. Let's get back in there. We're not done yet. Alright, Turco, let's see what you got. Alright, 2 mountains, 2 Swift Spear, a Phoenix Check, a Feldon, and a Furnace Punisher. So it's got a curve. Alright. He's playing green-white. If I just draw like one spell next turn, that's going to be pretty good for me. Or potentially just play the Furnace Punisher because I see only a Blossoming Sands out. Get a little bit extra chump damage in from them not playing basics. What you got? What you got? What you got? You got an ossification or some shit? Yep, Jugai Naturalist. Honestly, a better call. Alright, play Furnace Punisher. Attack for 1. Generous Visitor. Are they stuck on 2 lands? Certainly seems that way. Yep. And for some reason decides to not attack me. I wonder why. I mean, personally, I would be definitely attacking with the Jukai. Alright, he's got the Kami, so he's pretty much getting settled in over there. Alright, let's deal 4 to him. And 1 to that. Actually, let's send everyone right there. We'll take the Kamado for next turn. Weaver of Harmony, not good. Making it really difficult for me to take out that Jukai. Alright, let's see here. Yep. For 2. Auto pay. Send 2 there, 1 there, and go bam. And play a Disciple. Catilda's a bitch. You should not be playing Catilda. Got yourself a lot of lifelink over there, bud. What do we have? We do not have any spells in there. What the hell? What the spell? No, we're not attacking anytime soon. Because that Catilda is giving us issues. Doesn't matter if they're protecting against vampires or not. The fact that it's a 4/4 flying lifelink is giving us issues. Oh, the audacity. Oh, fuck you. Eat a dick, why don't you? Yeah, maybe this is over. They got lifelink and they got support for it. We're not busting through that anytime soon. Alright, let's see here. Let's switch over to mono black. See if maybe that'll help us out at all. These people seem prepared for mono red right now. Alright, Triple Swamp, Cult Conscript, Graveyard Trespass, and 2 Corrupts, Mulligan. Alright, 3 lands, Cult Conscript, Sheoldred's, Tenacious, and Blood Pact. Keep 6, send the Blood Pack back. Alright, Swamp, Cult Conscript. Alright, it's got an island. Alright, let's get this out here quick before he can get too many islands out there and stop us from doing our game plan. Play Fading Hope? Yep. I would have done that to the Tenacious Underdog, but that's just me. Alright, Mirex. Cult Conscript. He just cast Impulse instead of countering it. Maybe he just didn't have the right counterspell in hand at the time. Alright, he's going to consider his options. Ditches an island. Alright, we are sitting on a handful of removal now, so we're just going to start swinging. Alright, just going to cast Impulse again. Alright, so now is about the time to start dropping some defenders. Alright, my turn. Alright, land for turn. Next. Start beating in. Okay, just gonna bounce that back to my hand. Sure. Alright, end turn. This is your last chance. Place Tolarian Terror. Alright. Alright, pass. Yeah, that's it. No matter what he blocks, he's still getting through for 4. Hey, got some coins. Let's go again. Alright, Charlie, let's see what you got for me. Alright, we're looking at 4 lands, a Cult Conscript, an Evolved Sleeper, and a Sheoldred's Edict. It's not the best hand, but it's also not the worst, so we'll keep it. Play the Evolved Sleeper first, so a little bit higher priority of a target. Much more likely to get counterspelled. 2 and pump it by 1. Waiting for your action. Specifically waiting for a cut down. Waiting for this card right here. Do you got it? Let's take a closer look at that. Pretty cool. That's a pretty cool card back. Alright, just waiting for you, man. But I don't have all night, you know? Alright, beats in. Alright, second main phase, play the Cold Conscript. Did we get a Roper already? Certainly hope not. I mean, it's only turn 2. We shouldn't be roping already. But you know what? Anything's possible. I see no actions. He's not hovering over any of his cards. I think he may actually just be gone. Yeah, I think this guy might actually just be gone from the table. Very unfortunate. Alright, my next turn. Activate part 2. Waiting to see if our opponent is going to react to any of this. Alright, there's the rope again. Rope. Alright, and that is our opponent gone. So, we had ourselves someone who just decided to play for 2 turns and then walk away. Great. A little disappointing, but, you know, it is what it is. There's not much you can do about it. Shabbat Shablunt. That's an interesting name. Alright, so we're going to 2 lands. We have Cold Conscript, Sheoldred's Edict, 2 Gravelighters, and a Corrupt. We're going to mulligan that. Alright, 3 lands, 2 Underdogs, a Grave Pact, and a Graveyard Trespasser. So we will definitely keep that, and we're going to send back the Blood Pact. We just need our opponent to give us the priority. Alright, keep 6, send that back. Lane for turn. Thankfully we're going first, that helps us quite a bit. And they're playing blue-white with a tapped land out first, huh? Alright, I'm into it. Alright, what else you got? What you got? Show me what you got. Alright, blue, white, black. So we're playing against an Esper Enjoyer. Let's go for the land here. Swing in for 3. Alright, they take that. We're going to play a second Tenacious Underdog. And we're okay with them countering this one, but they decided not to. But if they were to counterspell a Tenacious Underdog, you would just go into our graveyard and allowing us to cast it from said graveyard. Alright. Third land, we'll play Path of Peril, huh? Alright, that's cool. Alright, land, we'll play the Graveyard Trespasser. Getting rid of your Path of Peril from the graveyard. Path of Peril's pretty decent, honestly. Pretty good against mono red, I would assume. Especially since it deals with mana values instead of anything else. Underdog. Cover up? Okay. Alright, smack 'em, yak 'em. Alright, play a land. Got access to all 3 colors of their deck. They got a Blast Zone and 5 cards in hand. Who knows what they could be? Other than potentially an Emperor. Yep, there it is. Fucking called it. Right, draw the card from the underdog. Eventually. There it is. Alright, now we're just swinging for 4, right? Provided you don't have anything else to do with that single colorless mana you have open. Smack. Alright, then we play the Mirrex. And we'll play a Cold Conscript as well, why not? Alright, underdog effect goes off, and we move on to the next turn. Shabbat, what do you got for me? You have a Depop. Okay, that's cool. And he makes a dude. Alright, let's see here. Let's go ahead. We're going to go with the Tenacious Underdog. And we're going to attack. Okay, he'll block. That's fine. Okay, we're going to draw from the Tenacious Underdog going bye-bye. We're also going to cast the Cold Conscript back from the graveyard. And that Blast Zone is still on 1. So, if I play too many 1-drops, he could actually destroy that for benefit. Ooh, he did just get a Field of Ruin, so he can knock out my Mirrex if he wants to. Yep. He did choose to get rid of the Mirrex. That's fine, we'll go get another swap. Which will just make my Corrupt better, if I ever draw it. Alright, we got ourselves a swap. plays Experimental Augury. Does he put the counter on Blast Zone? He does. Alright, let's go ahead and play Swamp, and we're going to play Tenacious Underdog for profit. Again. And then we're going to attack for 5. Alright, goes down. And we will cast the Evolved Sleeper for 1 mana. And that's going to give us enough mana open to use Sheoldred's Edict on their turn, or to pump up the Evolved Sleeper at the end of their turn, which will give us exactly enough damage to kill them next turn, potentially. Tenacious Underdog putting in some fucking work today, though. Exile creatures and graveyards, huh? Okay, that's fine. Alright, my turn. Ooh, I like that. Let's see. Alright, 4. We're going to underdog it in. Next. Attack. He only has 1 mana left open, so we're going to hit him for 3. And then, since he can't stop it, we're going to Blood Pact his ass. Would you like to draw some cards, friend? Oh. Well played. Well played, friend. Alright. They draw 2 and go down to 1. Is it enough, though? Is it enough is the question of the day. Ooh, it might be enough. Witness the future. Okay, alright, they tap out again. That's perfect. That means we just kill them this turn. Alright, let's go Swamp. Tenacious Underdog. Next. Fateful Absence, huh? Okay, cool. I will take that. You can cast Sheoldred. Absolutely. You got something? Strangely, they did not. But let's see what they have for their main phase. Because they might have something to pull themselves out of this. Control decks usually do. But if not, I can just cast Blood Pact and drain them out using Sheoldred. But let's find out. Alright, they cast a Union. They draw a card. Gain 3 life, but also lose 2 in the process. Play Liliana. Alright, that's fine. Alright, I sacrifice a creature. Alright, that leaves them with 2 mana open. It's probably not going to be enough. Let's find out. Alright, let's see what happens. Woohoo! We did it! Blood Pact for the win. Alright, that gets us out of gold and into platinum tier 4. Not bad, not bad. Alright, and I think with that, that is a good place to end our stream for the day. Let's go ahead and check the pack, see what we got here. Alright, and our rare is Fall of Gilgalad. Whatever that means. I don't even bother to read the Lord of the Rings cards. They're not standard legal. Anyways, alright, so that's going to be it for today. I thank you all very much for hanging out with me tonight. It was a very fun, well, in times, fun and not fun, but, you know, it is what it is. So I thank you all very much for being here with me, and I will catch you all next time.